Here is a story for you all. I, 30 am currently living in my own apartment and only see my mother 2 to 3 times a week. When I was 16 I found out I was interested in pregnant women, and my mother was quite perplexed. Then she said the worst words that a mother should say to her son: "I would rather have a gay son than a son who is interested in this sort of thing." I also live with 3 different disabilities: ADHD, Asperger's syndrome and clinical depression. My mom doesn't want me to ever have children, because she thinks my children will have worse mental health issues than I do. She even demanded that I get a vasectomy so I couldn't. I lost my girlfriend last month, and she has become more critical of my life choices. My mother also doesn't want me to ever get a job, and expects me to live off Social Security for the rest of my life. My father, however, has been far more supportive of anything I want to do with my life than my own mother. My father has given me advice on how to go about doing what I want to do. I respect him for that. Someday I want to get married and have my own biological children. My father supports me, but my mother doesn't. Should I maybe give my mom a few days to realize what she said was wrong? I even explained it to her, but she said she was joking. AITA for maybe not seeing my mother anymore.
Back in elementary school, there was this bully who always picked the most antisocial and light kids just because he was super sensitive and would feel more pain than others. That mostly meant he picked on me and my friends. One day, as my friends and I are chilling behind the handball court by ourselves, he comes along and decides to twist my best friend's arm. By this point, I've had enough of him bullying us, so I pull his hair to free my friend, sock him 3 times in the stomach, and lastly, twist his arm 10 times worse than what he did to my friend. After feeling the pain, he ran away and never picked on us again. The best part, I never got in trouble. So am I the jerk for torturing the guy?
A little backstory: I am the youngest out of a family of 3, my mom, my older troublemaker brother, and me. Let's call my brother Jake. When I was a bit younger I got my mom into Fortnite. But the problem arose when she started playing with Jake. He always tried to fling me into the storm with shockwaves, break my builds, and purposefully get me killed. I ignored it and kept playing with him and my mom because she liked Fortnite and thought it was funny. But it seemed almost like my brother was making me sound bad and annoying because my mom would always yell at me for making callouts like 46 and his cracked, but then she would make the same callouts 3 minutes later in the same fight. Eventually, I quit around C2S4 because the only thing that was ever said to me in-game instead of callouts or where we were landing was "shut up, and let Jake focus." Recently I got back into Fortnite because my mom kept begging me to get back on and play with her. I tried switching PTT on and being more quiet and calm, but the same things kept happening, and with all the new items Jake was just trolling more. I eventually started yelling at them for begging me to get on when they know I don't even like the game the tiniest bit, and then yelling at me for playing with them and helping. She yelled back to calm down, but it had been happening for too long, and I just pressed Alt and F4. My mom came into my room and screamed at me for overreacting and being so self-centered, so I just waited until she left and closed the door. Am I the jerk? The story begins last year, when I was 12. I got a job working with my oldest brother, earning about $5 an hour. I was smart and saved my money for months, and bought some stuff for me, and helped pay bills and taxes for my parents. Fast forward a year and I had a lot of money. In my money account I had over $4,600. But coming up is a lot of expensive taxes for my parents, and I was planning on giving them $3,000 for the taxes, $900 for the house payment, and another $400 for the water and light bills. After all of that I would have $300 to myself. That's when my sister's birthday came up. I originally planned on giving her $50 because she is only 10, but while my family were eating, she asked me if she can have $300 for her birthday. When she said that, I laughed and my parents gave me the face with raised eyebrow look. My mom said, "Are you going to give her $300? Of course not, I said. I was going to give her $50. That's when I reminded them I already was going to help pay taxes and bills. After we talked about my sister's birthday, I left to my room. In my room I counted my money, and $257 was missing. When I told my parents, they said they don't know where my money went. Then I confronted my little sister, where I found my money under her bed. I told my parents, and they said I was being selfish with my money. After that encounter, I decided to not give my little sister anything for her birthday, and threatened to not pay the light and water bill. I still did end up paying for both of the bills, but that was because I was being nice. So am I the jerk for not giving my little sister money?